I'm Jonah Comstock, Editor-in-Chief at pharmaphorum. I'm joined today by Dr. Claudia Ulbrich, the CEO of Cardior Pharmaceuticals. We're here at the Zeppelin Hotel on Wednesday at the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference, or on the outskirts thereof. Hi, Claudia.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
So I thought we would start talking just a little bit about Cardior and what you guys do and what your news from the show is, if any, and then we can talk a little bit about trends and what we're hearing.
Okay, yeah. So Cardior Pharmaceuticals is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company based in Germany, and we are pioneering the discovery and development of so-called non-coding RNA-based drugs in cardiovascular diseases. And our mission is to prevent and halt and reverse cardiac dysfunctions. So we have developed a proprietary pipeline of candidates. Our lead compound, which is crucial in the development of heart failure, is a antisense oligonucleotide targeting microRNA 132. And this is now in phase 2. So we have been gathering over the last couple of years since our inception a robust and compelling data package in the preclinical area, tox, safety, tolerability, and have also finished one successful phase 1b trial in stable heart failure patients, which has been highly ranked and published. So the company is venture-backed, financed with a larger Series B round. That is now 1 year ago, and the funds we have gathered so far will be used to fund a core phase 2 trial, multicenter randomized, placebo-controlled with 2 different doses in post-myocardial heart failure patients, preferably, and with a core run in Europe. And other plans are also to expand the footprint into the US with a second trial that shall open an IND, hopefully coming this year. We had a successful pre-IND meeting last year with the FDA, and we'd like to start that off in North America. What we are doing is we are developing also a subcut formulation for patients in a more chronic setting, where we treat those patients for roughly half a year with several applications of our drug. In the current trial, which has started mid of last year and is now up and running in Europe, we apply 3 intravenous doses of our compound, and looking forward to seeing results in roughly 2 years.
Talk to me a little bit about the status quo in cardiac care and how your offerings sort of compare or build on that. What's being prescribed now?
Yeah. The current standard of care is more a symptomatic treatment, and it consists of ACE inhibitors, beta blockers, diuretics, mineralocorticoids, and we have seen some improvements over the last couple of years, which are including SGLT2 inhibitors, a drug from Novartis, Entresto, and we aim to make a difference with our non-coding RNA-based compound because it addresses and tackles the root cause of the disease and is more as only about symptomatic treatment.
So I know mRNA was the big topic the last few years at this conference, obviously, contributor to the COVID vaccine. Tell me about non-folding RNA and what heritage to share there. How is it different?
Yeah, I think that is an interesting field right now, which is pretty much evolving. So the industry is going well. There are many academic groups as well as biotech companies that are looking into non-coding RNAs. It's a complete novel pillar of treatment in several diseases. I would say in cardiovascular, we are really leading the space. But there are others out that are also addressing cancer, autoimmune diseases, and so on. And it's really an exciting field because non-coding RNAs are able to address multi-focal pathways and not only target one specific piece. So like a kinase or receptor-based therapy. And this master switch with well-defined downstream pathways, this is really exciting and brings a broad pillar of therapeutic solutions.
At a show like this, what are you here looking for? Are you meeting with investors, potential partners, other folks who are doing what you're doing to kind of trade tips, or all the above?
Yeah, we are doing both, because we have been financed, so it's a luxury to be a private company right now in these days, where the markets are down. And we are meeting investors, we are meeting pharma partners, collaboration partners for some delivery strategies with our exciting pipeline. And we are not in an active race, but introducing our company and our story, especially to US investors and the community here, because we want to expand this footprint.
Got it. What have you been hearing at the show, and either in your therapeutic area or your mechanism of action? What are some of the trends that people are talking about for the coming year?
I think most of the companies and people are looking for new treatment modalities. Yeah, it's something that goes beyond the classic treatments, and if you can show any kind of new mode of action. In our case, it's a very unique and novel mode of action, which is well understood by wet lab experiments, and we have gathered a lot of data, exciting omics data, including tissues of our preclinical studies, including heart tissue from really patients. It's not only myocardial-derived cells, iPS cells, but it's real tissue, and these omics data, they are confirming that this novel mode of action is well established and well working. And I think we will see a nice paper coming up this year.
What's your path to market like? Are you looking to work with a larger pharma company? Are you going it alone, as it were?
For a biotech company, especially in these days, I think it's important to have several options open, and we are looking at both. Yeah, so we are on the one hand preparing for the markets, and on the other hand, as you may imagine, we are already on the watch list of several big pharma companies, which we are in touch with and in good collaboration. So all the way down is open for us, and I think it's necessary for a biotech to have several options, also to be able to go for a standalone model or even in a partnering session.
How have you found it the last couple of years, this sort of downturn of the funding environment, right? It's a little more bearish than it was. It's a little harder to get people to invest. What's that been like, and how do you see that playing out?
I think the last years were driven by many companies in a preclinical stage with a good vision and with good data in the preclinical setting, and they were pushed to the markets. So valuation, I would say, was sometimes outrageous. So you were a company with a billion for preclinical work and without having any kind of clinical data. And now as the markets are down, valuations were down, and I think especially for private companies that have not been funded over the last 1.5 years, they do have some problems, because investors are looking for their portfolio companies at the markets. They are funding their listed stocks, and I think it's a really challenging environment, but it's also enhanced by this Ukraine war and all the geopolitical other complications and the respective inflation and interest rate increases and so on. But hopefully markets will come back, as this was seen in nearly every decade. So markets go down, markets go up, and hopefully for companies which have robust data and have not only a story to tell but have to show data, there is a market and there is valuation. So we are looking very much with confidence into the future.
Okay. What does the timetable look like for Cardior and for the targets that you're working on?
I think with our lead compound, we expect to see, if everything goes well, top-line data roughly in 2 years. We will have some other developments which we will drive straightforward. So hopefully we have there also some news to tell. But overall, the horizon for us will be end of 2024, beginning of 2025.
Great. This is a sort of a building year for you, but one of the last. Then you'll be, a year or 2 years from now, you'll be really getting ready to launch.
Right.
All right. Thanks so much, Claudia. It's great chatting with you.
Thank you.